Alright, fellow hunters, time to take a look at the second episode of the day, which is Sex and Violence. Excuse me. Adam Benson comes home late from work. His wife Vicky is making his dinner and teasing him about being late. Adam responds angrily, but quickly apologizes. Vicky then tells him she has accepted an invitation to a friend's birthday on Saturday. Adam is again angry, and this time picks up a meat tenderizer and kills her. In a motel room somewhere, Dean wakes and overhears him in the bathroom speaking to someone on the phone, talking about demonic signs. When Sam returns to the bedroom, Dean pretends to be asleep. When he wakes, Sam says he was talking to Bob about murders in Bedford, Iowa, where 3 men have killed their wives. Posing as attorneys, Sam and Dean visit Adam, who is deeply remorseful and eventually confesses he was deeply in love with a stripper called Jasmine. Adam knows nothing about Jasmine other than that she worked at a club called the Honey Wagon. Sam visits Dr. Kara Roberts, a doctor who conducted the autopsy on the victims, and took blood samples from the accused. She tells him the men had high levels of oxytocin in their blood, a hormone associated with being in love. When Dean arrives, he is disconcerted at the flirting between Sam and Dr. Roberts. Dean is cheery about having an actual case involving strippers. Sam and Dean visit the Honey Wagon, where each of the men had fallen for a different stripper. Information from Bob indicates that they may be dealing with a siren, a creature originating from Greek mythology, which disguises itself as the perfect mate to lure men. At the club, Laney Bristol is enamored with a stripper called Belle. They return to his home, where Laney cares for his invalid mother. After making love, Belle tells Laney they could be together forever if he kills his mother, which he does. The next day, while Dean is in the hotel room, he dials the last number on Sam's phone. Ruby answers and immediately hangs up. Sam returns with news of the murder committed by Laney Bristol. Bobby calls and informs the boys that the Spell men are under some kind of venom, and they went to kill the sirens with a bronze dagger dipped in blood from one of its victims, so she's poisoned with her own venom. The difficulty is finding someone currently under her spell. Sam and Dean visit Dr. Kara Roberts with the intention of obtaining a blood sample taken from the men while he was still under the siren's spell. They are met by Nick Monroe, who introduces himself as an FBI agent and challenges their legitimacy. The Technicolor supervisor, Mike Kaiser, who is actually Bobby, answering from a special labeled phone in his kitchen. Satisfied, Monroe reveals he also found the link between the men and the strippers. Sam suggests Dean go with him to keep him busy while Sam gets his blood sample. As they leave, Nick and Marcy Paul at the club. He and Dean bond over drinks and classic rock. And at the club, he and Dean bond over drinks and classic rock. Nick reveals to Dean that he has found a flower, a hyacinth, at the scene of each crime. The flower Dean remembers seeing in Dr. Roberts' office. Back at the hospital, Sam and Kara find the blood samples missing, but there are no clues on security tapes as to the thief. Sam reveals a version of their theory to her, and that the men were drugged. He and Kara share a drink and talk about relationships. Kara goes on to Sam, and he responds enthusiastically, giving her a call from Dean. They have sex in her office. Ooh. Later, Sam calls Dean, reveals his theory about the hyacinths, and that he has learned that Kara's ex-husband died of a heart attack. Dean accuses Kara of being the siren, but Sam doesn't believe it. Dean suggests Sam has slept with Kara and takes him to task over it. He tells Sam he can't trust him and that he'll handle the investigation on his own. Sam throws the phone away. Dean leaves a message for Bobby and then calls Nick for assistance. Dean and Nick watch Kara arrive at a club. Dean describes, as Sam told Kara, a version of the poisoning theory, and maybe it is something as siren's saliva, as he and Nick share hip flask. Nick reveals that it is indeed in the saliva, and that he has just poisoned Dean as they shared a drink. Nick is the siren, and tells Dean that he can't trust Sam and needs to get him out of the way so he can be the perfect brother that Dean wants. When Sam returns to the hotel room, Dean grabs him and holds a knife to his throat, eventually even cutting Sam on Nick's command. Nick describes what a high he gets from having people fall in love and kill for him. Nick then spits venom at Sam, infecting him. He tells the brothers that he knows they have issues with each other and that they should fight it out. The survivor will be with him forever. Dean tells Sam he feels Sam has changed, and knows that he is lying and hiding things from him. Sam reveals the reason is that he wants to hunt Lilith, and that Dean is not a strong enough hunter. He taunts Dean about his anguish over his time in hell. The boys fight violently, smashing through the room door into the hall. Dean gets better. Sam is about to swing him with a fire axe when Bobby appears and stabs him with a dagger, and then uses the dagger with Dean's affected blood on to stab the siren. It dies, and we see its true hideous form revealed. The spell is broken. Next day, Bobby bids farewell to the boys, and they both uneasily apologize for the harsh words, claiming they had no lasting effect. Well, we'll see about that. Anyway, let's take a look at some trivia surrounding this episode. The names of the strippers that the sirens are impersonating are based off Disney princesses. Sam introduces himself to Dr. Robert as Agent Styles, and later introduces Dean as Agent Murdoch. Tom Styles and Buzz Murdoch were the two main characters on the 1960s TV series Route 66. This episode shares its name with an episode from Dawson's Creek, in which Jensen Ackles starred. Ironically, when Sam and Dean get into an altercation with Nick Monroe following the suspicion that Nick is an FBI, the two of them themselves are not real FBI agents. This is the only episode to feature a siren. Interesting. I did not know that. So far, I think this is a pretty interesting episode, and yeah, let's just say that the words shared by Dean and Sam when they were affected by the siren probably going to haunt them eventually at some point, so who knows. But yeah, anyway. So overall, I give Sex and Violence 4 Impalas out of 5. Well, and tune in by this week to take a look at the final episode of the day, Death Takes a Holiday. So, until then, carry on, my wayward sons and daughters.